The evolution of money, from barter to digital currency. Money is a fundamental part of modern life, but have you ever wondered how it all began? The first forms of money were not coins or paper bills like we use today. Instead, ancient people used objects or goods that had value in their society. Over time, this system evolved into the complex monetary systems we know now. In this article, we will explore the origins of money, from the earliest forms to the invention of coins and paper money. Before money existed, people exchanged goods and services directly. This system is called barter. For example, if a farmer had extra grain but needed a new tool, they might trade some of their grain with a blacksmith in exchange for the tool. The problem with barter was that it required both people to want what the other had. If the farmer didn't need a tool, or the blacksmith didn't want grain, the trade wouldn't happen. This made life difficult, especially when people needed to trade with people they didn't know. As societies grew larger and more complex, people realized that there had to be a better way to exchange goods. They needed something that everyone could agree had value, something that could be traded easily and was accepted by everyone. This is where the idea of money started to take shape. In many early societies, people began using items that were valuable in their own right. These items were easy to carry, durable, and had some use outside of their role as currency. For example, some early forms of money included livestock, grain, shells, salt, and cattle. These items were valuable because they could be eaten, traded, or used in other ways. One of the first forms of money was cattle, especially in ancient societies in Africa and Asia. Cattle were valuable for food, farming, and clothing, and they could be easily counted and traded. In fact, the word money comes from the Latin word moneta, which was the name of the Roman goddess of money, and also refers to a place where cattle were often kept. As time passed, people wanted something even more portable and easier to carry than cattle or grain. Metal objects began to be used as money. Metals like gold, silver, and copper were especially valuable because they didn't rust or spoil, and they were easy to shape into different forms. People began using metal objects such as ingots or bars of metal as a form of money. These metals were often weighed to determine their value, and they were accepted in exchange for goods and services. However, this system still had some problems. For example, it was difficult to weigh the metal precisely, and people often disagreed about the weight and value of different pieces. The next big step in the development of money was the creation of coins. The first known coins were made around 600 BCE in Lydia, a kingdom in what is now Western Turkey. The Lydians were the first to mint coins, which were made from a mixture of gold and silver called electrum. These coins were stamped with a design to show that they had been officially approved by the king. The coins made trade much easier because people didn't need to weigh or measure metal each time they wanted to buy or sell something. The idea of coins quickly spread to other cultures, including the Greeks and the Romans. Roman coins, for example, were made from silver and gold, and they often featured the emperor's face. Roman coins were used throughout the empire, making trade easier across a vast area. Coins became a common form of money in many ancient civilizations. Although coins made trade easier, they were still made from metal, which was heavy and could be difficult to carry in large quantities. In China, around the 7th century CE, people came up with a new idea: paper money. The Chinese government began issuing paper notes that represented a specific amount of metal coins. These notes were lighter and easier to carry than coins, and they were accepted by merchants and citizens alike. The use of paper money spread from China to other parts of the world, including the Middle East and Europe. By the 17th century, banknotes were commonly used in countries like England, France, and the Netherlands. Paper money made it possible to trade larger amounts of money without needing to carry heavy coins. Money has continued to evolve over the centuries. Today, we no longer use gold, silver, or even paper money as the primary form of currency. Instead, most money is digital. We use credit and debit cards, mobile payment apps, and even cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin to buy goods and services. These forms of money are not physical. Instead, they exist as data in banks' computer systems or on the internet. While the forms of money have changed over time, the basic function of money has remained the same. Money allows people to trade goods and services, store value, and measure wealth. It is a universal tool that makes life easier, enabling trade and economic growth. Money is essential in modern economies for several reasons. Medium of exchange. Money allows people to buy and sell goods and services. Store of value. Money allows people to save and plan for the future. Unit of account. Money helps people compare the value of different goods and services. Standard of deferred payment. Money allows people to borrow and lend money, making it easier to make large purchases and invest. In the future, money may continue to evolve. Digital currencies like Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are already changing the way people think about money. Some countries are even experimenting with digital versions of their own currencies, called central bank digital currencies, CBDCs. These digital currencies could make it easier to pay for things and manage money, but they also raise questions about privacy, security, and government control over money. The history of money is a fascinating story of human innovation. From the early barter system to the creation of coins, paper money, and digital currencies, money has played an important role in making trade easier and enabling societies to grow and develop. While the forms of money may change over time, its purpose will always be the same: to make it possible for people to exchange goods and services in a way that is fair and efficient. The development of money is one of the most significant achievements in human history, and it continues to shape our world today. If you want to learn English with us and improve yourself by learning new information, follow this channel of Learning English with Anime Characters, and don't forget to subscribe and like it if you liked it.